It's great to have everyone with us in Ports of Call, and thank you for joining us for our celebration tonight. My name is Steve Welch, and I am one of our creative directors with SeaWorld Orlando Entertainment, which means that basically my job is to work on creative content for our shows and attractions, including one, Christmas. And I want to give you a very quick overview of our Christmas celebration and give you a chance to ask a few questions. With me today is John Minetti. John is here to represent not only our costume team, but in this particular case, John's background is in puppeteering. And puppeteering plays a huge role in one of our most popular Christmas shows, which is O Wondrous Night, the greatest story never told. And John was instrumental in getting the show up and running the last couple of years at Elmo's Theater. He'll be able to share some insight on puppeteering. And in fact, we actually have, I think, some puppeteers with us today. Yes, there they are. Two of the stars of our show sitting right here in the front row. And SeaWorld's Christmas Celebration is an opportunity for us to, first of all, how many of you have been to the event in the past? All right, great. Quite a few of you. It's an opportunity for us to create a SeaWorld traditional Christmas experience. By that I mean Christmas as SeaWorld could only create. We began several years ago with the goal of becoming a destination in Orlando for the holidays, for our guests. We wanted to really up our game for Christmas, creating new show components, enhancing the decor, new atmosphere talent. We really wanted to bring our A game to make SeaWorld's Christmas unique. Over the last few years, we've been building and building and building. The point now where we feel it really is a premier destination for the holidays, not just here in Orlando, but pretty much anywhere. The park itself is a very immersive experience that reflects SeaWorld's commitment to the natural world, but also our commitment to, and this is very important in the case of our shows and attractions in the park during the holidays, our commitment to creating a connection. SeaWorld's about wondrous connections between nature and us. But it's also about connections between family, friends, guests, those who are experiencing the holidays with us. We want them to, as they're going through the park, as they're experiencing our shows, to feel a warm sense of connection. So, with that in mind, we have a pretty wide show palette. We have a number of shows that we're very proud of. We have for families and for the young at heart, we have Elmo's Christmas Wish, which is our Sesame show at the Seaport Theater. And we've actually the second year now for Elmo's Christmas Wish. And we're very excited to mount that show again. In addition to that, we have the Polar Express experience, where the Polar Express comes to life at our Wild Arctic attraction, and that has been with us now for several years through our agreement with Warner Brothers, and it's a very popular attraction and another great family experience. We also have Santa's Fireside Feast, which is a personal favorite of mine. It's a really cool experience where Santa actually tells the story to us the night before Christmas, as only he can, because it's about him. So Santa's Fireside Feast is a very cool experience. You get the opportunity. It's a dinner theater experience at our Seafire Inn. And we also have our bigger shows and attractions. For example, we have O Wondrous Night, the greatest story never told, at the Nautilus Theater. And we'll talk about that here more in just a moment. But O Wondrous Night has been a huge success for us. And I believe it was also one of the riskiest shows that we've ever done creatively. And here's why. Basically, what you're looking at with O Wondrous Night is a show that, like no show that we've ever worked on here at SeaWorld, combines a number of different styles, a number of different motifs, all to tell the story of the Nativity. But in this case, the story of the Nativity is told through the eyes of the animals that were there. So we use animals, we use puppeteering, we use a great cast of singers and dancers and actors to bring the story to life. Musical numbers, over 30 Christmas carols that are done in a very contemporary way, which we're extremely proud of. The team that created O Wondrous Night is the Broadway team of B.T. McNichol, our director, who worked on Spamalot, and Billy Elliot, Cabaret, and actually he's working on our new Sea Lion show. Even as we speak, he's right over there in the pavilion working on that with our trainers. We also had the unique talents of our musical director, Ben Cohn, and our vocal arranger, Anne-Marie Milazzo, for O Wondrous Night. All of these talents working together to tell a story that we're all familiar with in a very unique way. And not only that, but to take that story the story of the Nativity and make it very inclusive. So it's about universal truths. It's about expecting the best out of the unexpected. It's about giving comfort to a stranger. It's about sharing kindness with those in need. So those universal truths are the driving subtext to a lot of that show. And we were very excited about the show when it launched. It was a very daring show, I think, at the time for us. And it's come to be, I think, one of our most popular experiences of the year. In addition to that, we have Shamu Christmas Miracles, back now for, I believe, the 7th year now for Shamu Christmas Miracles, which is a great show featuring the Killerwell family, the trainers, and the celebration of the holidays. We also have, and this is the show that closes the night here at SeaWorld, basically, for us. It's Winter Wonderland on Ice, which is an ice skating show on the Bayside stage on the lake. I think it's a very unique ice skating show experience. We have shows of that nature, obviously, at Busch Gardens, Tampa, for many years, a home for tremendous ice skating shows. But here at SeaWorld, I think what makes it truly compelling is the ability to do that show, to mount that show on a stage outside at night on a lake. So the background is the lake, our sea of trees, over 100 trees that are all LED lit, choreographed to music, over 20 feet tall, and towering fountains. So there is no ice skating show, I would argue, anywhere in the world that has that panoramic backdrop behind it. It's really amazing. And right after that show, the last show of the night for the ice skating show, we have our Holiday Reflections experience, which is our fountains and fireworks night finale. So those are the shows. But I was telling this to somebody earlier today, and I think it's something very important to remember, and something that if you get the chance to experience, I highly recommend it. All of the shows are amazing. You don't want to miss any of the shows. But you could actually have, I think, I truly believe this, a wonderful Christmas experience at SeaWorld if you didn't see any of them, if you just experienced the park, the atmosphere of talent. We have comedians in the park. We have a tree lighting ceremony, musicians. We have atmosphere performers throughout the park with music and decor. You could go through the entire park and enjoy drinks and food and experience all the atmosphere and have an absolutely fantastic experience. That, to bring us full circle, makes that wondrous connection. So you and your family can experience this together and hopefully make a new holiday tradition that will resonate for many years to come. So that's sort of an overview of our Christmas experience in a nutshell. And now, just very quickly, what we're going to do is we're going to sort of divide the house in a moment, and then we'll answer some questions. John on one side, and I'll be on the other, and we'll flip-flop. But first, does anybody have any questions just overall right now you'd like to ask before we split up for more detailed discussion? Questions? Yes? The question is, are there any changes to this year's event versus last year's? There are some. We have some new atmosphere to experience. We have a living statue performer in front of the Oyster's Secret gift shop, performing as a sculpted angel. It's really, really cool. We've made some minor modifications to pretty much all of the shows. Some of them are obvious, some are not. In the course of rehearsal, for example, at O Wondrous Night, we want that show to remain fairly constant. We want it to become a tradition that when you come back 20 years from now with your grandchildren or your children, you can look at it and remember all those great things you loved about it in the first place. But every year you find new things that you can improve on, so there are some modifications to all of our shows. In addition to that, we have some new decor experiences, and we're very proud of also, traditionally, the last couple of years we've done our Sea of Trees performance on the lake, which is a 10-minute choreographed piece of music with lights, the Sea of Trees all dancing together. This year we're incorporating 3 new performances for a total of 4 completely different Sea of Trees performances to happen throughout the night. So there are a few modifications here and there that are pretty significant. You're welcome. Any other questions?